Hey, this is Bryan with DealerAI. Today, I'm going to show you how DealerAI responds to leads and follows up. I'm at the DealerAI's backend portal on the Sequences page. In the car business, speed to response isn't just a feature, it's the whole game. But your team can't be everywhere at once. That's where DealerAI Sequences come in. Think of Sequence as a smart co-pilot for your dealership's communication. It could be your communication for new incoming lead, in which case you will be using an inbound sequence for. Or it could be your communication to reignite conversation with an old lead, in which case you will be using an outbound sequence for. This can be used for sales purposes. This can be used to target service appointments as well. So instead of your sales team manually tracing every single lead, this is what you will do with a sequence. I'm opening up as an example. You will set a goal in the sequence. This goal is a task assigned to the AI. In this case, I'm showing an example to say schedule an appointment or test drive with the customer for the Volkswagen ID.4. This is an outbound sales sequence, and I will do other scenarios in subsequent videos. Once you have defined the objective, you can then use the simple flow diagram on the left-hand side to decide how you want to conduct that communication. Each box here represents a communication touch point. First, we open with value. We're sending a specific message telling the customer that the EV incentives are back and the lease rate is sitting at 1.99. This is the news that they actually want. Then we let the AI wait for a couple of hours so that it will do a follow-up. And then subsequently, we can also create what we call an AI power message, in which case we're using AI prompt instructions. And again, in this case, waiting for 2 hours to tell the AI what to do next. This is just to show you I'm putting in things like talk like you just drank 5 espressos, so the AI behaves ultra hyper. I'm saying that to use a lot of emojis. This gets really interesting because we can give AI a persona. You can make the conversation super conservative, or you can make it exciting. The best part is you have full control of how your messaging should be. And finally, we are going to do yet another follow-up so that the AI still checks to see whether the customer responds to the messages or not. And at the very end of it, we can add a different step. We can send a lead so that a lead can be sent back to your CRM if the customer answers your promotion. While this builds up the cadence, it's not just a dumb scheduler. It uses something that's called exit conditions. What it means is that the second your customer says yes or tries to book an appointment, the AI will step back. It knows that the job is done so that you will never have to worry about sounding like a spammy machine. Here I'm showing the sequences in action. I have sent out the exact sequence and the exact message here on this side. So as you can see, the actual message contains a picture as well. So this is via text message. The first follow-up is the AI follow-up that it sends out. The second one uses a lot of emojis as was instructed it to be. And this message is generated on the fly, so we don't necessarily control every single verbiage of what it will sound like. But after the second follow-up, the customer replies and books the actual appointment, at which point the AI continues with that conversation based on what the customer is talking about. Notice if you recall that prior to this, there was another follow-up that was scheduled. So that follow-up will not kick in anymore because the AI knows that it has completed the task that you have assigned it to do. Okay, so this is personal communication at a scale that was never possible before. Again, you set the goal, you define the steps in the cadence, and you let the AI get to work and bring the customers to you while you work in the showrooms. Okay, so this is sequence within the DealerAI system. This is how DealerAI establishes the response to the lead as well as the subsequent follow-ups. So if you want to know how this can be implemented for your store, drop me a line, and thank you for watching.